Mr. Akechi's coming on.
It's Akechi! Oh, he's so cool!
Ain't that the guy from yesterday?
Alright, so this fellow appears to have mobs of fangirls.
Cutting back from commercial. 7, 6, 5 seconds till start. 4, 3.
And now, on to the hottest meet and greet segment of our show.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. Your set design is incredibly gaudy and stupid looking. Like, I've seen some Japanese television, but I'm sure this isn't like a super duper serious, like, news type setup, but this looks a lot more like a game show. And, like, not even really a good one. Like, one of the many game shows that started up in the 90s only went for a season and then got thrown off the air because no one watched it.
After his last appearance was so well received, we decided to bring back this fine gentleman today. It's the high school detective, Goro Akechi.
Oh! You're the one trying to usurp Naoto's old title.
Hello there.
I remember you now.
Thank you for taking the time to join us today, Akechi-kun. Your popularity is stunning.
You've won yourself no favors this day, Goro.
Even I found it to be quite a surprise. It is a bit embarrassing, though.
Nah, you've got the standard pretty, anime dude face. Makes sense, you'd have mobs.
Moving along, we've been told there's a case on your mind right now. Care to share, Detective?
Pretty sure that's not something you can legally do.
Ah, yes. That would be the scandal involving the master artist Madarame.
There it is! All of this Phantom Thief excitement has caught your attention too, Akechi-kun.
Okay, don't like where this conversation is turning.
Allow me to be blunt for just a second. What do you think of these justice-oriented Phantom Thieves?
If they truly are heroes of justice, I sincerely hope they exist.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't deny the possibility that they're real?
I may not seem like it, but I sometimes wish that Santa Claus actually existed.
He doesn't?
Although, if he did, I'd have to arrest him for breaking and entering.
Oh, well, look at this nerd schmoozing up the place. Look at Ryuji getting upset, unreasonably upset, as he does.
But hypothetically speaking, if these Phantom Thieves are real, I believe they should be tried in a court of law.
Yeah, well, there you go then. He ain't no friend of ours.
The state fate. Are they committing crimes?
None that can be proven.
Some people even say that the thieves are actually helping their victims abandon their evil ways.
I mean, that is what we're doing. I don't really know. I don't know. At worst, I think... we could be probably tried for, like, invasion of privacy or trespassing. I mean, we've done that. But nothing more serious.
What the artist Madarame did truly was an unforgivable crime. However, they're taking the law into their own hands by judging him. It is far from justice.
Yeah, well, I don't see, other people going about figuring this stuff out and doing something about it.
More importantly, you should never forcefully change a person's heart.
If they're scum and hurting people, I see no reason why we shouldn't.
You have a point. These people are calling themselves the Phantom Thieves, after all.
Yeah, I didn't choose that name. That was all the cat.
Amazing as always, Akechi-kun. I could listen to you for days. You have the most radiant charisma.
Alright, I guess he's not just appealing to the women.
I have to say, though, I would be embarrassed if it turns out these Phantom Thieves don't exist. If that were the case, I'd summarize it into a report as a school project.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, let's try asking some students the same age as Akechi-kun about the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, I'm sure none of us are about to be called up.
First, please press your button now if you think the Phantom Thieves exist.
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm. Shush. Everybody got a shush.
About 30% or so. What are your thoughts, Akechi-kun?
I'm a bit surprised. That's higher than I was expecting.
Honestly, I thought it was just going to be higher.
I'd love to hear some more detailed opinions on the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Although, admittedly, if I were there and I was a Phantom Thief at the time and I had to hit the button, I would have said no. Or I just wouldn't have used the button. Don't you be looking at us.
All right, let's try asking this student here.
Why? I'm literally the blandest looking one.
Hypothetically speaking, what are your thoughts on these phantom thieves if they were real?
I think they're a menace to society and should be carted away, much like Spider-Man. Okay, well, no matter what I do, I end up, okay, yeah, that's great, fantastic. I don't have a, yeah, you know, I mean, meh, you know, because I guess teenage apathy is never an option when it comes to conversations like this. Fine, then I'll just say what I did. Like, I don't see you doing anything about the volleyball guy or the artist guy, so shut your butt.
This completely goes against the opinion you had about them being tried by law, Akechi-kun.
Indeed. It's rather intriguing to hear such a strong acknowledgement.
Good winking.
In that case, there's one more question I'd like to ask. If someone close to you, for example, your friend next to you,
Prove it!
if his heart suddenly changed, wouldn't you think it was the work of the Phantom Thieves?
How about I just boomerang? I feel like, what would you think? I feel like doing that one, but that's also like, that's basically giving up in an argument. They only target criminals,
I see.
supposedly.
But how can you be so sure? Whether the thieves' actions are good or not, I feel there is a more important issue at hand.
I don't.
What do you mean?
The matter of how they change people's hearts. If they honestly possess that ability, it could be used for more than extracting confessions.
Uh-huh. If my theory is correct, and you already, like, know about the inner workings, what with being able to hear, it makes sense. It was an unintentional tell, but it was still a tell. Like, no matter how you look at it, he should not have understood what Morgana said, and yet he did. So, like, I feel like that's important.
It could be that what seem to be ordinary crimes are actually being perpetrated by these methods.
You know, you're absolutely right.
Really?
Oh, please don't misunderstand. This is all purely hypothetical.
Yeah, of course it is.
It is only if people who can use such a power truly exist. Either way, though, this cannot be ignored.
Yeah, well, it should be.
The existence of the Phantom Thieves would be nothing but a threat to our everyday lives.
Yeah, especially with the way they go around making bad people admit that they did terrible things to people. You know, freeing those victims. Letting them see that the people who have abused them for so long are finally getting the justice that, you know, should have happened long ago. Finally start the healing process. You know, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, woo, what a threat.
To be honest, I'm already working alongside the police to help sort out this matter.
Well, that's not encouraging.
It kinda seemed like what he was saying might be right.
Really? You're buying into that?
He made it sound like we're the baddies. I don't like it.
Well, to be fair, we are calling ourselves thieves.
That stuff about the police. Do you think it's for real?
I don't think you could get away with casually saying something like that if it weren't true.
He can say whatever he wants. The justice of it all is something we can decide for ourselves.
I mean, we've already made a pact. We're not gonna go after anybody who's not a complete and total
Sorry,
scumbag.
I gotta go take a leak. Can you guys wait here? I'll be right back.
Why does almost every scene involving you also involve some kind of bathroom trip?
Oh my god. I'm gonna keep going, okay?
Yeah, go for it. Leave me completely alone.
Oh, it's you.
Yep, alright, right on cue.
I'm glad I found you. I wanted to thank you in person.
For
To
what?
paraphrase Hegel, advancement cannot occur without both thesis and antithesis.
Okay, see now, here's the thing. This might just be more self-deprecating on, you know, from me. That's the standard. It's what I do. But I can definitely tell when somebody is just saying things for the sake of making them look smart in front of people, okay? I do that all the time. And that was a particularly obvious giveaway. You just want people to think you're real smart, don't you?
My apologies. What I mean is that our discussion was quite meaningful.
I know exactly what you meant the first time, dude.
Few people around me are so willing to speak
Not
their
that dumb.
minds as freely as you did earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Adults are only interested in using the young, while they simply do as the adults say.
I mean, to the, you know, yeah, that's mostly true.
I feel like our discussions could prove quite fruitful. Would you mind talking with me again?
Huh. Sure.
Thank you. It makes me glad to hear that. The students from Shugen are truly quite interesting.
Yeah, okay, so now why would you say
I
that?
look forward to seeing you again.
And why would you randomly pick... Look, I know that the teachers randomly pick, you know, my character out for, like, questions and nonsense, but this all seems way too convenient. Why would you randomly pick him? You know?
Well then,
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
Talk about a problematic guy to get involved with.
Just seems like he's gonna just try and, like, probe me for information. If my theory holds water, and he was at one point in, you know, the palace, and he actually did hear Morgana speak, then he already knows. And if he already knows, why is he even talking to us?
There's probably a lot we can learn from him, though.
If you think so. Granted, again, that is all that's all assuming I'm not reading too far into stuff. Either way, he said, yeah, taking a liking. Let's go with that. Oh, hello. Meanwhile, in the present, prosecutor lady gets all up in my biz again.
I can't believe you evaded the police's network until today. The only logical explanation is that someone in the police has ties to the Phantom Thieves. Explain yourself.
Oh, this is a confidant?
Thou art
Oh.
Thou
I gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
It shall become the wings
What kind of
the lion
arcana?
that breaketh thy chains of captivity.
Emperor?
With the birth of the justice persona.
Okay, in retrospect, that one was kind of obvious.
That shall lead to freedom
Alright,
and new
good job, Brain. I mean, you know, it's not like he's a detective or anything, and he just said the word justice a bunch.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess that's a thing. Huh. Alright. Did not call that.
Sorry for taking so long. Wait, was that a catchy?
Yes.
I can't stand that high and mighty attitude. Just breathing the same air as it makes me sick.
Dude, is there anything in life that doesn't piss you off?
Come on, let's go.
Like, it's not that I don't agree with you, it's more so I think you, like, you're gonna develop some kind of heart condition, dude. It's not good for your blood pressure to get this worked up all the time. It comes from a place of worry and concern, my friend. And then, during the evening, I'm sure I won't at all get a texted message. Oh, what a boring field trip. We didn't even find any worthwhile targets. And there's the pants. That a catchy guy. Thinking about what he said is just pissing me off again. Why do I get the feeling you haven't cooled down from before? He clearly tried to discredit everything we're doing. And he just had to say it on live TV too. Don't be so sour. Be umami. Anyway, there are without a doubt people we have saved. Those people could not have been saved if not for the heroics of the Phantom Thieves. I am living proof of that. Now, what a nice thing to say. Still, was what Akechi said actually wrong? I feel like he had a point. I gotta bring that up now. I mean, is it really okay to be doing this to people just because they're criminals? I mean, this is just your classic, you know, superhero-related question. It's like, oh man, is bringing justice into your own hands truly the just thing? I was like, well, not if the police can literally not do anything about it. Like, that information for both of those guys, that was never gonna come out. We're the only way that was gonna happen. Had we ignored it, they would have just kept doing this and kept abusing people, and they pretty much would have just lived their entire lives that way, with lots of very hurt and emotionally tormented people. So, if you're trying to make me feel bad about what we did, it's not working. Doesn't it seem a little selfish? We have Phantom Thieves on. I doubt everyone would forgive us for what we did to Madarame. Yet I still decided that it was a necessary act. Kamoshida too. We weren't gonna do nothing to him through any kind of normal methods. That's true, but what do you think? Are we being selfish? No. I think we're helping people. I guess I can't really think of any other way. I believe our best path forward is sticking to our justice, not that of the law. Shouldn't that be enough? And with the unanimous decision rule in place, I doubt we'll lose our way. That's true. If even one person doesn't want us to do this, then we just don't. And don't worry, I'm not thinking about quitting the Phantom Thieves or anything. Aw, it's adorable that you think you can quit. Just you watch it, Ketchy. Someday you're totally gonna see who was right. Okay, let's stop talking about this for now.
I see.
That Detective Akechi seems to have a lot of influence on the media. I'm still kind of caught off guard by the confidant thingy, though. That implies that he's an ally. But everything else about him implies antagonist. So I don't know what the hell to feel. Why are my pants always going on? It's you. God, I'm furious. You heard what Akechi said, right? How dare he declare the Phantom Thieves as criminals? As the administrator of the Phantom Aficionado website, I can't stay quiet about this. I'm gonna show Akechi how people online really feel. Angry and happy that they're anonymous. I'll change up the survey question tomorrow morning. Justice is what the Phantom Thieves, is with them. Keep on doing what you do best as I flail in your direction. Why is he of all people getting angry about this? Anyway, he says a survey on the fan site, right? I guess we should look forward to it. I mean, doubtful? I don't suppose you'll let me use the coffee machine, Cat, will you? Oh, you will. Yes. Okay then. Gladly. I was assuming we were just gonna be too tired to do anything. That's usually the norm. But alright, sweet. More items for the SP. This'll really help out in Mementos.
Yes.
Train down there.
All right.
Yeah, coffee. It smells and tastes like what I assume death is, tastes and smells like, but hey, whatever. People enjoy it, so I guess it's not my place to really be hating on it. It's obviously a huge business, whatever. This is full of R. Cuban Crystal Mountain.
Let me explain.
Cuba is the biggest island in the Caribbean. No way, really. Their coffee is known for its full-bodied aroma and taste. Crystal Mountain coffee is made from only the largest beans of the harvest. It has a sweet, nutty flavor with low acidity. Well, could you tell me how to stop making my flavor profile bland? 'Cause if that's all you're gonna keep doing to me, man. I'll keep mentoring you. Continue. One day there will be a flavor of coffee that only you can produce. You have potential. And you keep saying things like this.
Well then.
Alright. We ain't got no big day tomorrow. It should just be an ordinary day. You're playing it up, man. Alright, were you watching the broadcast? So the Phantom Thieves were the bad guys? I guess now that you mention it, wow, these people are very easily led one way or the other without much effort. And I felt that way the whole time. It's just brainwashing, isn't it? It's really self-centered. Man, the public are bad at this. Oh, ayo, are the Phantom Thieves just? Well, we got a little bit more yes. Don't be fooled, everyone. It's called the law. Oh, dang. Better be arrested soon. My goodness. Did you catch any of that student detective on television yesterday?
Phantom Thieves are so
On that talk show? 'Twas simply dreadful. How can anyone seriously suggest supernatural beings are stealing people's hearts? That child is a phony. There's simply no way that the Phantom Thieves exist. Unfortunately, my precious children all think they're real, and worse, that this detective is amazing. He opposes the thieves. So, like, being a fan of both sides, it doesn't really say anything bad about your kids. I don't really know what that means. Children are far too impressionable to see vulgar content on TV. Not like adults. They're not easily led. Looks like people still don't think we're real. Well, again, it's only happened twice. The fact that literally anybody knows about us is kind of amazing. I doubt we'll actually get any serious numbers until, like, I don't know, like the 5th time we do it. Can't believe we were on TV yesterday. It's like a dream come true. I can't believe a high schooler moonlights as a detective. He's just like the Detective Prince. He's nothing like the Detective Prince. He's smart and handsome. He's almost too perfect. Well, then that's probably another tick into the box of me thinking I should probably be wary around that guy.
Too cool.
Front row seats. Yes, it's very creepy. Stop being weird. Yes, okay, congratulations, I get it. People like him. He's an orphan who grew up poor. It's part of what makes him so amazing. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. He wants his last high school memory to be capturing the Phantom Thieves. This isn't a game to him.
Says who?
See? I heard his dad's the head of some big financial conglomerate. I will say, I love that he hates the media. Makes me believe that he doesn't do this for fame. He hates the media so much that he's willing to go on talk shows? People say he's so good that he's made enemies in the police force. How is helping solve crime? No, okay, this makes no sense. Oh yeah, apparently yesterday's interview was so popular, they're gonna air it again tonight. Pretty sure that's not how that works, but okay. If people want to see it again, they can just look it up online. That's where all TV shows end up.
I just remembered.
I've been seeing a lot of shows on TV lately about the Phantom Thieves of hearts. Why someone would steal something like a heart, which can't be turned into money, is beyond me. Okay. If I were a Phantom Thief, I wouldn't go after hearts or works of art, I'd go after gold! Gold! The value of gold has been high since ancient times, and there has never been a more stable resource. Yeah, that's always kind of bugged me. You know, why is gold valuable? Because a bunch of people say it is. If everybody on the planet thought that, you know, gold was just a shiny rock like anything else, it would be as valuable as dirt. Which actually does have value because you have to buy giant bags of that whenever you want a garden. But the point remains. I don't know why people find it so valuable. It's like, ooh, it's a shiny. Like, yeah, there's lots of shiny objects. Copper is shiny. What makes that one any different? It's just kind of yellow.
You.
And now, forced upon answering more questions, can you imagine how much gold has been excavated by humanity over the course of history? I don't know.
Correct.
Alright, multiple choice questions. Saving my student record yet again. Surprisingly little, don't you think? That rarity is what drives its value. Just the less of something there is, that's all that makes something of worth? That's weird. Ah, don't try and think I'm smart. I'm just guessing and getting more strikes than misses. Alright. Well, I need to actually check up on those potential confidants now that I'm slightly more brave. Incidentally, they say that 16% of the world's gold is in Japan. Was your first thought the Tokugawa clan's buried gold? It has in fact not. It's actually in discarded home electronics. In other words, a junkyard is much more valuable than someone else's heart.
What did you say?
Very Spock-like there. Well, no, Spock at least had some humanity on him. You can't measure the value of a treasure with money. Like that one messed up dude in that one comedy routine about stealing family pictures because it's the one thing you can never replace. I just messed up.
Man, that detective from yesterday really pissed me off. Was some kind of threat?
Dude, are you still on about this? Did you even sleep?
Let's see him do it then. If someone else could help him, we wouldn't be doing stuff as the Phantom Thieves to start with. Ow.
Thank you.
You're being way too loud.
Who cares? Everybody's talking about this stuff anyways.
Yeah, but no one else is loudly yelling that they are in fact one of them.
They'd just be more suspicious if we were whispering.
Yeah, go ahead and keep justifying it to yourself. Just, dude, it's a dumb thing, and the frequency at which you continue to do it makes me think that, really, it's an inevitability someone's gonna hear.
Hey, you're really just gonna keep eating and eating and eating those things all by yourself?
Don't be rude.
Give me some.
You.
Sorry, just ate the last one.
Aw, snap.
You guys are too laid back. The police are getting involved now, you know.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
So you think it's true? We'll be okay if we keep doing this, right?
As long as we continue only jumping into people's brainscapes, I really don't see how it's at all even remotely feasible that they could ever possibly figure it out.
We can't let the cops scare us out of being Phantom Thieves.
I mean, the investigation team was able to go about their business for the entire game. Nothing ever really happened. I mean, admittedly, some complications happened, but that was due to other reasons. The point remains. I sincerely doubt anyone, without also knowing about the stuff, is going to figure this out, which is what makes that detective guy so spooky to me.
But what about that weird guy from Madarame's palace? Isn't there a lot we don't know?
Oh! Black Mask! Yeah.
The hell?
Oh, she heard everything. I called it.
You three seem to be having so much fun. I'm a little jealous.
Are you snooping on us again?
I mean, that is what she does.
We said before, we don't know nothing.
I feel like maybe they shouldn't have shown all of those scenes explaining why she's doing what she's doing. It would make the fact that she's not a bad person a surprise to the player itself. And it wouldn't make, I don't know. Because I know none of our characters know about it. So, you know, when they're being all hostile, like, it makes sense from their perspective. But as the player, we know that she isn't really all about any of this noise. So it's like, dang, like, knock it off, yo. We're all good people here.
To question you. Could it be that you're hiding something? My ears are always open to the troubles of my peers, you know.
Then again, I guess she is kind of going about it in a strange way.
You're really that hungry for a good letter of recommendation? Of course you are.
And now this is happening.
Nobody would take on your annoying job if they weren't.
What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, could we not get into a fight?
You're student council president, right? Wouldn't you have known about Kamoshida?
And here it is.
Of course not. He honestly was a good teacher until that day.
Oh, but you always take the teacher's side. That's what a good council president does, right?
Actually, I think a good council president would be for the students, seeing as how they are one and they speak for them. But you're kind of in the middle of a thing here, so I'm not going to interject.
Then how about you? What did you do for your friend?
And there it is.
You were much closer to her than I was. So how did you help?
Okay.
There wasn't any way to help. By myself, I couldn't do anything for her.
What makes you think that she could either?
There's no need to shout.
Also true.
If those Phantom Thieves are out there helping people, I'd root for them, no questions asked.
Yeah, okay, see now right there, no one was talking about those people. Why'd you bring that up?
They gotta be more dependable than some people I know.
As you stare right at her. Wow.
Just make sure you show up to your classes, all right?
You know what I asked earlier? About whether we'll be okay if we keep this up? I take it back. I'd be ashamed to let it end now.
See, that's the thing. There's a massive misunderstanding going on here, and it's very frustrating to know that it's happening.
Hell yeah. It's about time we find our next target, too.
Only I could.
Yeah, she's like, okay. I mean, I feel like she's a little too good at holding up that facade that she's trying to use. If you just showed the more vulnerable side, I feel like we could reach more common ground, explain the situation. I mean, you are so obviously joining our team at this point. No one's gonna get this much screen time and not. And now we're here.
Comments are coming in at an alarming rate. However, negative ones seem to be more prominent.
Well, it is the internet. It's easier to criticize than it is to praise. I mean, what if by complimenting you just say one of like a couple things, but to insult you have a wide array of options. And that's usually why they normally go for it.
A criminal group with unknown goals that does whatever it wants in the name of justice. Huh.
Yeah, criminal in the sense that we just use the word thief in our like company name.
It's probably because of Akechi. TV's got some crazy sway.
Indeed.
He's free to deny our actions, but being cursed by his influence is another thing entirely.
True that.
Just when we were starting to get people to believe in us, too.
Honestly, the fact that you didn't think that this would happen is kind of telling.
All we gotta do is take down another hotshot, yeah?
Well, do you have any ideas who this next hot shot could be?
Not at present. Although I know that there is one.
I ain't got a thing yet. Damn it, this is real irritating.
Yep, much like everything in Ryuji's life, he is being pissed off by it.
By the way, what's up with that luggage?
Oh, I decided to leave the school dorms. We're not only filthy, but too noisy as well. No true art could come from such a place.
Then where are you going?
What are you gonna do then? You can't go back to that shack, right?
Pretty sure that's just, you know, condemned.
I was planning on staying at Takamaki-san's, aunt's house.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening.
I've even prepared a thank you gift. I hope it's to your parents' liking.
Oh dear.
What? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Was that really? You were really banking on that. Wow.
You're the impossible one.
But I spent everything I had on these delectable Japanese sweets.
I mean, granted, that's probably the best way to accomplish it, but I still don't think it's gonna happen.
That's not the issue here.
Seriously, though, what are we gonna do about him?
Yeah, he appears to be homeless now. I mean, hell, man, if Yosuke can somehow make some sort of an arrangement with Teddy living with him, then, hey, Ryuji, I'm pawning him to you.
It's way too small. Plus, my folks had never agreed to it.
Well, poop. Oh, wait, no.
Yusuke is an important member of our team. I'll lend a hand.
You really seriously think that the chief is gonna be okay with this?
Come stay at our place. It's dirty, but at least you'll have somewhere to sleep.
Why are you the one calling the shots?
Yeah, you don't have any authority on the subject.
Don't you two live in a cafe? I've been wondering about that for a while.
Oh yeah, you guys never even seen the place. Yeah, I live in an attic.
Yonken's not too far, is it?
Nope. And the cafe's only a minute walk from the station.
Luckily, we have crazy, you know, narrative teleportation abilities.
How about we go there now?
I really don't. Okay, man. Look, I'm just saying, if Sujiro is there, man, I don't know if he's gonna be happy about
We
this.
have a party to celebrate Madarame's change of heart.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's definitely a bad idea.
Oh, good idea. We can make it a welcome party for Yusuke, too.
Okay. Seriously though, no.
All right, it's decided.
I didn't get to say anything about this, and they are already walking
Sorry
off.
to cause you trouble. By the way, I prefer sleeping on a futon.
Yeah. Well, you'll sleep on what we've got, which is a really crappy couch.
It'll be up to you to convince the chief.
Morgana, you are trying really hard to make me not like you. I try to defend you. I try to be nice. I try to be on your side because you're a kitty cat and that's adorable. But you keep doing stuff like this, dude. You need to not.
You never see it coming.